2022 is over and 2023 is starting with an absolute bang as the winter 2023 season is right around the corner. Now, looking what is coming out this season, you'll note that you are welcomed with a fat punch in the face of anime getting a second season. And I'm talking that sunlight hitting you square in the retina when us weebs are forced to leave our layers punch in the face. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, as some of these are without a doubt my most anticipated of the season. So let's mix in the old with the new and look at the winter 2023 anime that you must not miss this season. Starting off with one of my most anticipated new anime, we have Spy Classroom. The Spy Classroom anime is a thrilling and heart-pumping series that follows the story of a group of young students who are recruited to join a secret organization known as the Spy School. Led by their enigmatic and skilled teacher, the students are trained in the art of espionage and learn how to use their unique talents and abilities to complete missions and protect the world from danger. Now, at the heart of the series is a relationship between the students and their teacher, who is a skilled and experienced spy. Not only that, but this guy is arguably going down as Dreamboat of the season. What a very beautiful man he seems to be. Now, he pushes them to their limits and challenges them to think critically and creatively in order to solve complex problems and complete their missions. The students are a diverse and dynamic group, each with their own unique skills and personalities. As the students learn more about the world of espionage and the dangers that threaten it, they are forced to confront their own fears and weaknesses and work together as a team to overcome them. The animation of this show looks sick, it has a dark and gritty feel, the cast of characters look amazing and very unique, and the soundtrack based off the trailer has me super hyped for it. Very excited, can't wait to sink my teeth into this bad boy. First season 2 on the list goes to one of the most cursed animes I've had the pleasure of sitting through, and that goes to Nagatoro. Sorry, Dakota Broski.
Why is it so f***ing good?
The Nagatoro anime did quickly gain a very dedicated fan base, and of course the fans of the manga were all very happy with its adaptation. For those of you who need a recap of the story, it follows a high school boy named Senpai who is constantly teased and bullied by a group of girls led by a girl named Nagatoro. Despite their rough exterior, Nagatoro and her friends are not mean-spirited and actually do care about Senpai. The anime explores themes of bullying, self-esteem, and the complexities of relationships. One of the most striking aspects of Nagatoro is its realistic portrayal of high school dynamics. Senpai is a classic nerd character who is introverted and lacks confidence within himself. He is constantly teased and bullied by Nagatoro and her friends, but it is clear that their actions are not meant to be malicious. They see Senpai as someone who needs to be toughened up, and they push him out of his comfort zone in order to help him become more confident. This dynamic is all too familiar to many high school students who may have experienced similar situations with their peers. Now, despite the initial conflict between Senpai and Nagatoro, it becomes clear that there is more to their relationship than just bullying. Nagatoro is shown to have a soft spot for Senpai, and she goes out of her way to protect him from the other students who may bully him. Senpai, on the other hand, starts to develop feelings for Nagatoro, and the two form a close bond. This evolution of their relationship is heartwarming and shows that even the most unlikely of friendships can form. And it was that aspect of the show that changed my opinion on it. At first, it felt like sticking a cactus in my eye was a much more enjoyable experience than trying to get used to Nagatoro. But guys, I will openly admit that I was wrong, and the season 2 of this show is now a recommendation, nay, a pleasure to tell you not to miss. The Angel Next Door spoils me rotten. Comedy, check. Romance, big check. Is it more important than life itself that you should check the show out? You know that'd be a big fat check. So The Angel Next Door is a show about a chance encounter that changes everything for our protagonists. Amane gives his umbrella to a distressed girl sat in the park on a rainy day named Mahiru, who not only is his neighbor but also the most beautiful girl in the school. Despite being in the same class and neighbors, the two have never actually talked to one another. To return the favor, she offers to help him out around the house, and let's just say that this guy's apartment isn't the cleanest place you've ever seen. Kind of like my studio. This sweet angel not only offers to clean the apartment, cook his dinners, and so on, she also offers to help him recover from the cold he received from giving up his umbrella to her that fateful rainy day. Now, this show reminds me a lot of the helpful fox Senko-san, and I loved the hell out of that show, so if you're like me, then you will not want to sleep on this one. Want more comedy? Romance that will hit you in the feels so hard that your heart will burst out of your chest quicker than the speed of light? Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible is a show that introduces us to Junta, a guy so pale that he makes Casper the friendly freaking ghost look more alive. This guy has one dream, a very simple life goal, which is to live a fulfilling youth. However, this guy has a severe lack of presence, and our boy Junta fails to gain the attention of everyone around him. It is in fact so bad that his classmates think his seat is empty and that Junta has skipped school when he's actually just sat there. And going back to my Casper reference here, but some even say that if you do happen to stumble across Junta, then they will be blessed with good fortune for the day. Epic spiritual burn there, my friend. This, of course, begins to change as he is finally noticed by the ever so beautiful and ever so vibrant Nagisa Kubo, who happens to be the girl sitting next to him. I gotta say, huge F in chat for Junta if even the person sitting next to you doesn't notice you, right? Well, yay for Junta that he is finally noticed, but boo that this girl loves to tease him and put him in all sorts of embarrassing and awkward situations. However, reluctant as he may be to interact with Nagisa, he does soon begin to realize that his youth may not be as boring as he once thought. Definitely got the Nagatoro slash, Uzaki-chan vibes, but seemingly in a very beautiful way. Can't wait to see what antics these pair are going to get into, and you should too. Vinland Saga. Oh boy, did I sleep on that show, and when I finally watched it, bruh. What an absolutely freaking amazing show. So it is an absolute no-brainer that season 2 is a must-watch this season. And for those of you as foolish as me, this is what you've missed. So, the Vinland Saga anime is a historical action-adventure series that is set in the 11th century during the Viking Age. The story follows the life of the protagonist Thorfinn, a young warrior who is struggling to find his place in the world. Thorfinn is a complex character who is torn between his desire for revenge and his growing realization that violence is not always the answer. As he traveled with Askeladd and his band of mercenaries, he began to question the values he had been taught and starts to see the world in a different light. Now, what I really loved about the Vinland Saga anime was its realistic and accurate depiction of Viking culture and history, as well as its complex and multi-layered storytelling. The animation is also freaking breathtaking, with detailed and expressive character designs and action sequences that are both brutal and, I guess you could say, beautiful at the same time. Now, one of the most compelling aspects of the Vinland Saga anime is its portrayal of the Vikings as more than just mindless barbarians. While they are certainly a violent and warlike people, they also have their own code of honor and a deep sense of loyalty to their clans. The show explores the complex relationships between the different Viking clans and how they navigate the challenges of survival in a harsh and unforgiving world. Overall, the Vinland Saga anime is a beautifully animated and compelling series that explores the theme of identity and belonging in a brutal and, again, unforgiving world. With its complex characters and multi-layered storytelling, it is a must-watch for fans of historical action-adventure and those interested in learning more about the Viking Age. And apparently season 1 was just the prequel to the story, so count me in as that was in-frickin-sane. Let's go Vinland Saga, I am so ready for you, so ready, it actually hurt. Another comedy and romance anime coming your way, and I've got to say, this one looks to easily be one of the best that winter 2023 has to offer. And that is Tomo-chan is a Girl. So we got Tomo and June. These two have the tightest bro bond there is. They've been through everything together. They play fight and are quite rough with one another. However, Tomo wants this to be less of a bromance and more of a romance. So Tomo is actually a girl and, of course, very tomboyish, to the point that she is considered as one of the lads. The show follows Tomo confessing her feelings for June, but unfortunately for Tomo, Jun isn't the brightest spark. Well, he's actually described as having a muscle-brained nature. He often completely misses any of her advances, even when they are as clear as day, and to make it even worse, for the longest time he didn't even realize that Tomo was in fact a girl. Total bruh moment for Tomo right there. Now, Tomo-chan is a girl looks set to have it all. Moments that will make me belly laugh like an idiot, the cutest heartwarming moments, and a very beautifully told story. Animation for this show also looks great, very vibrant, and very fun, which is what I'm expecting of this show. Let's freaking go. Oh boy, is this a big one. Tokyo Revengers Season 2. The Tokyo Revengers anime is a thrilling and emotional story about a young man named Takemichi Hanagaki who is transported back in time to his high school days in order to save his former girlfriend, Hinata Tachibana, from being killed by the Tokyo Manji gang. Along the way, Takemichi must navigate the treacherous world of gang violence and deal with his own personal demons as he tries to find a way to protect Hinata and change the future for the better. Now, one of the most striking aspects of the Tokyo Revengers anime is its unique premise. The idea of being able to go back in time and change the past is a concept that has been explored in countless works of fiction, but the way that it is executed in this anime is particularly compelling. Takemichi is a character who is deeply flawed and has made many mistakes in his life, but he is given the chance to go back and fix those mistakes by saving Hinata from an untimely death. This gives the story a sense of urgency and purpose, as Takemichi must race against time to prevent Hinata from being killed, while also trying to understand the complex web of events that led to her death in the first place. In addition to its intriguing plot, the Tokyo Revengers anime also boasts a cast of complex and well-developed characters. Takemichi himself is a relatable and sympathetic protagonist who is struggling to come to terms with his own failures and find the courage to become a better person. Hinata, meanwhile, is a strong and resilient character who refuses to be a victim and fights to protect those she cares about. The other members of the Tokyo Manji gang are also interesting and complex with their own motivations and goals that drive their actions. And one of the things that really sets the Tokyo Revengers anime apart from other works in its genre is the way it deals with themes of violence and redemption. While there are certainly some intense and violent moments in the series, it is never glorified. Instead, the violence is portrayed as a destructive force that causes pain and suffering to everyone involved. This is particularly evident in the way that the Tokyo Manji gang is depicted, as they are shown to be motivated by greed and a desire for power rather than any noble or heroic impulses. Now, season 1 of this show just absolutely nailed it, and to be honest, it was a show I didn't think I was going to like, but man, I am very, very excited for season 2 of this anime. Maple is back, baby. Man, this was such a great show, but if you missed out on season 1, here's the recap. Bofuri is an anime that tells the story of Kaide Honjo, a timid and fearful girl who is thrust into the world of online gaming. In this virtual world, she is able to transform into the character Maple, a powerful and skilled warrior who is known for her unbeatable defense. Despite her fear of being hurt, she decides to focus all of her attention and skill points in building up her defense, hoping that it will keep her safe from harm. As she embarks on her journey in the world of New World Online, she meets a diverse cast of characters who each have their own unique abilities and personalities. There is Sally, a bubbly and energetic healer who is always looking out for her friends. Yui, a quiet and introverted mage who is secretly a top-ranked player. Together, they form a close-knit group and set out to explore the vast world of New World Online. Bofuri is a heartwarming and uplifting anime that teaches valuable lessons about self-acceptance, self-importance, and the power of friendship. Maple's journey to overcome her fear and embrace her own strengths is an inspiring one, and her relationships with her friends are a testament to the strength and power of teamwork. Overall, Bofuri is a must-watch for anyone who is looking for an uplifting and heartwarming anime experience. I very much enjoyed season 1 of the show, and it was just such a little heartwarming series. Can't wait for what season 2 has to offer. I'm sure that Nier Automata is going to top most of the most anticipated anime lists, not only for this season, but for the year as a whole, and there is no surprise as to why. Nier Automata is a Japanese action role-playing game that was released in 2017 by Square Enix. The game received widespread critical acclaim for its gameplay, story, and characters, as well as the many epic 2B cosplays, if you know what I'm saying. Nice. The story of Nier Automata is complex and it touches on themes of identity, humanity, and what it means to be alive. The game explores the concept of what it means to be human, and it asks whether or not androids can truly be considered human if they are created and programmed to act a certain way. The game also touches on the idea of free will and the choices that we make in life, and it asks whether or not our actions are truly our own or if they are predetermined by our programming. Now, it has been said that the story had been slightly changed or tweaked for its anime adaptation, but based on what we have seen in the trailers already, I am fairly certain that the hype for this show will be met, and this is without a doubt the show not to be missed this year. Finally, the show I am most hyped for, and it's a sequel. Bungo Stray Dogs Season 4. Yes, please, and thank you. I am a massive fan of this show, and it actually made my list of top 10 favorite anime of all time that I did a few years back, and you know what? It's still in there, man. It's still in there. The story of Bungo Stray Dogs takes place in a world where certain individuals have supernatural abilities called, simply, abilities. These abilities range from super strength and speed to the ability to control elements like fire and water. The main characters of the series are a group of detectives who work for an organization called the Armed Detective Agency. The agency's main goal is to solve cases that involve people with abilities known as ability users. The main character of the series is Atsushi Nakajima, a young man with the ability to turn into a white tiger. He joins the Armed Detective Agency and meets with a diverse cast of characters, each with their own unique abilities. This includes Dazai, a former member of the Port Mafia and a master of suicide, and Kunakida, a detective who can turn his writing into reality. Now, one of the main themes of Bungo Stray Dogs is the concept of humanity. The ability users in the series often struggle with the morality of using their abilities and the consequences that come with them. The series also explores the relationships between the characters and how they deal with the hardships that they face. And one of the standout elements I love about Bungo Stray Dogs is its art style and animation. The characters are all designed with distinct appearances and personalities, and the action scenes are highly choreographed and visually impressive. The series also has a strong sense of atmosphere, with the mood and tone shifting frequently throughout the story. Every season of the show has just absolutely smashed it out of the park, as well as its movie, so I am way beyond the healthy levels of excited for its fourth season, and I strongly urge you to get on this show. So, winter 2023, you are well and truly a stacked season full of many season 2s and some new great shows to keep us entertained over the next few months. Which shows are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments, as I would love to see what series you are keen on getting videos on this season. As always, smash the like button as it really helps me out with that YouTube algorithm, and hit the subscribe button for more anime content just as this. While you wait for the next video to drop, why not check out this video where I go over My Hero Academia's Season 6 that is also continuing to air this winter 2023 season. But that is it from me. My friends, you take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Peace!